Yeah, this totally is a bad idea. Not at all working very well. So welcome back for another round of Scrap Mechanic. I have done some additional tweaks to the new woodchopper design, such as moving all the controls back here. So turn everything on back here, turn the piston on back here. It works great. I did have to raise this up a bit because I did go get some redwood pieces and it was just causing problems with it being too low and not letting them fit under there, even though they ended up having like an extra block height below the lowest part. I don't know why it was acting weird, but I just did it anyway. I've also added a light here and a light here that are turned on when you turn on the blaze. So at night, I can still see the stuff being pushed against the blaze. And you got a nice little kind of warning sign type lighting to it. And moved everything up. I've got these positioned a little bit better. I think they're going to work pretty well now in terms of their positioning, being able to pick up stuff and, of course, feed into this. Later on, I may add a switch that lets them lean forward to pick up stuff from there to make it a little easier. Don't know about that for sure yet, but it's working. I added the wheels at the back kind of for the trailer look, but with the wheels being set to turn, they're not turning when I take it out because I had to put them on a controller so that it wouldn't just sit there all weirdly to the side and get where they were stuck dragging. So it's not turning quite the way I was wanting it to, but we're going to do some more testing with it, do some more tweaking with it, see what we can do with it today, see how much better I can make this thing work. And I really need... I know what I need. I need something that I can use to gauge. Oh, I'm going to lose the color for this, but yeah, we'll do that. Wish it would retain the color when you move it, because, you know, it's not like I'm changing the paint color by picking it up. So what I do now is I place, I don't know why it's placing like it's got another end on it. So that place is there. That's right there. Technically, I can do some kind of, well, this will work fine because it's not a redwood. So that means that should be low enough. Actually, I'm going to leave it like that. That way I have like two sides. One a little bit higher. One a little bit lower. The only time this would be, I would need something other than my hammer there is if it was a redwood. But that should allow me to basically go like pop, pop. Okay, you know. I don't want to put those back. And now I'm going to grab it here. Give it right spot. See, now it actually lets me set it either way. Yeah. There we go. Pop it out. Pop that back. We're going to turn that on. Turn this to push. And getting some major lag suddenly. It likes to do that at times when it's just some kind of weird physics thing. Something acting like a colliding, you know, element or something like that happening. There it goes. Seems to have fixed itself now. Still seems to have problems with, even though you can see the blades are going right through it, it's not acting like they're interacting with each other. And I can't even see with this one. It's just giving me that weird look. Like that, they could fix that. That totally can be fixed where it wouldn't show like that. There we go. So yeah, that works. I just put the tree up there and it lets me gauge where I need to break it so that it would fit. Of course, then I still have to go here and go pop, pop, and in this case, pop, pop. So now that I've broken this one and it actually dropped a little longer piece on the end right here, I want to see if I can make this work as a 2-for-1 deal. Okay, that works. And is this going to fit? Yes, it's acting like it's fitting. Okay, so we're going to take that out. If I can target. There we go. Target. There we go. So I've got one long tree piece and one shorter tree piece. So this guy bunch right there. Here we go. Double up. What? Apparently that was slightly shorter than the other one. Now that it's getting a little bit more polished and I'm getting used to it, it's working so much better than trying to maneuver and get these done by wiggling this around to break them down, drive over it, pick up stuff, and then have it do it. I mean, granted, this worked well, but this is making it a little bit easier, less frustrating. So this test I am doing, well, 2 smaller trees, but what happened was a couple of pieces broke off, and one fell in, one I placed in. So basically I have a bunch of smaller bits for it. And oh yeah, some stuttering there. Look at that. Oh wow, yeah. This game is not set up to handle the physics very well right now. I'm going to take this tree back with me because it's so full featured right now. It feels like a perfect candidate for a test subject with another mechanism I want to add now to help with the redwoods I encounter. So I, again, do not have to worry about trying to maneuver this to break them into smaller pieces. So I have my controls on one side, and that means I do have room on this side. I'm thinking about taking a similar approach to how I have the blades turned there, putting a single blade here that will flip up and rotate in and basically cut right here in this little area. So it splits from this point off, and that way anything here will fit into that, and that means anything from that point forward should fit as well, basically giving me a nice little cutter to break up any of the trees that are too long. So I lined this up the wrong way, but I think it might interact with it. I want this. Yeah, I need to adjust this because I need this. None of that's really controlled yet by it. We're going to do this. And what I'm going to do is have the other piston coming off of that, pushing the block. And then with that, I'll have that piece there, which will be powered, of course, by another engine. That way is separate from the other one. I don't have to turn the other one on for it to work. No, I really probably don't even need that last piston on there, because all I need is for it to basically rotate in, and it's fine. I could take that one out. I'll just do it like that. That way I don't have to worry about having the piston there, and I think that's pretty well set. Let's do this in reverse. See how this interacts. That, yeah, should be rotating differently than that. Oh, it goes in a certain set of steps in the forward direction, but it doesn't do them quite in exact reverse later. Go up and rotate that way. Now rotate in and buzz, trees chopped, done. Now it's rotating out in reverse, exactly reverse. That's weird. Maybe it was because I was programming it and it was based on what was triggered when I first did that. How fast can I do this to, like, where it doesn't look all funny? Oh, that's better. It's not like super fast. Let me double check. Actually stayed at the max speed I put it at. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, now I just need another engine. I'll put that there. Oh no, it's too long. Well, I could take care of that very quickly. Boom. Or not. Okay. This needs to be a little shorter. Okay, why is it not cutting? Boom. It should be cutting. That is interacting with it. You know what, I'm going to take this. This. I hear it now. So in other cases, it's worked fine being part of the vehicle, like attached to the vehicle. But in this case, it was like, no, you can't have this attached to the vehicle. That's, yeah, that's inconsistent. So now, instead of having lights that are always on with this, I have lights that turn on when I turn on the blades. And I have a set of work lights for at night that brighten everything up very nicely. And it's got a nice little red one at the top so I can see it, even if I don't see the white bright lights. So yeah, I made a nice little pop-up work light. Yeah, that really does help light the area up. Not sure why you have a yellowish default color to the lights. You think it would be fair to have it as like a brighter color by default, like the bright white color that gives the best visibility in the end. Yeah, the more I think about it, I might could get away with like a sensor, say right here in one of these blocks, that once you push it far enough, or even on the bottom, it should trigger, because even if it doesn't look like it's there, like it's got an arch to it, it should still count as it's a block there, a physical presence. And that could cause the blades to turn on until it's broken down and everything's collected. And the piston's not going to push it all the way up there to keep it going. So once it got far enough, the piston would, you know, stop and the blades would turn off. It'd be maybe a way to save a little bit of fuel. If nothing else, I'm probably going to mod the game just for the fact that I saw there's a mod somebody made that lets you destroy these. The bushes you cannot interact with. The ones that are nothing more than obstructions. Unless you want that kind of look. You want that decorative aspect from them. But if you want to clear the area, you really can't, because you can't get rid of them. And I'm really to that point, I want to get rid of them. Redwood on top. Oh yeah, look at that. Very much too long. So if I take 1, 2, 3 out, I'll say that better work. And oh wait, yeah, stop sliding. Stop sliding. Give me time to at least chop something off. Gonna work? Yes, it works. Cool. So somewhat works. Still too long. Here we go. Another redwood, and I've added a brace right there. Yep, it's clear. And that should, I don't know, that might be a problem. We'll do it like that on the sides, and I'll just do it like this, because you see it's not close to touching. And I've got these right here in case it starts to try and wiggle this way. You know what? Actually, perfect. I'll go ahead and do more right here, which I already have this part on the side as well. That will help controlling it from wiggling loose, I hope. And we're gonna drop it. Bam. Oh, it still bounces because of the weight on the end, and it still kind of slides, but hey, it gives me opportunity for that. Bam. Okay. At least in this case, I now have part of it broken down, part of it still sitting up there. That's fine. I can make use of these, I think. Of course it's gonna do that. We'll have to redesign this a little bit. Oh, look at that. That's, you know what, let's try turning that on first, wasting some gas before I get here and do this. And now it's broken it. And that, what, it's same thing. Oh nope, it's got something there already. So that broke perfectly. I'll have to break it down myself. That's too long. So we go like that. Yep, it's still too long on the end. So I'm going to turn that on. Get over here. Crank these pieces out of there. And it splits. Done. Great. Oh, yeah. Already has a piece that drops in. That actually works really conveniently well. Just drops a piece right on in. I don't know about that, putting those blocks down yet. Oh, wait. Wrong one. Bam. 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 Yeah. Just, again, fine-tuning it through a lot of repeated use. Very quickly, we'll try this. So I'm going to put sensor there. And instead of... Let's see, what is it? This one? That... What is it? That one is the one that triggers... Yeah, the light and the engine for that one. What we'll do is actually put... that. Yeah, this totally is a bad idea. Not at all working very well. So if I do this, bam, okay, it bounces. I expected that. All right, you see how that is raising up. That's too high. I need it to go back there like that. And so if I do that, assuming it's I'm not getting anything thick, you know, actually it might be a good idea to go ahead and do like a little bit higher, just in case, just because the way the redwoods are going to work. And yep, it still bounces up a good bit, but not so bad. You see, it's not all the way touching the ground there. Hit this. Step back for a moment. I was about to say, don't tell me it's interacting like it's part of the vehicle now. All right, flatten out. Lay down. All right, I'll do it this way then. Okay, so that's out of the way. I've got the sensor in place, so we'll see if this works with the sensor. I really hope it does. If not, then oh well. Oh yeah, look at that. It did it. So it turned it on. Oh, and that's a problem. It kind of shifted sideways on me there. We'll go all the way to 4. That's got it going again. Come on, break it. It's on. Like that. It's just doing that thing where it gets stuck in that position where it can't do anything right. It can't hit it the right way. Great concept, but it's just not working because of the way stuff like this can get stuck and just be like, oh, it's there. It should be interacting with the blades, but it's acting like they're not touching it. So one more attempt with this. Let's start with, okay, yep, too long. So I'll go here. I'm going to turn that on because I want it on. And perfect. Drop in a single piece. That's holding it up nicely. That's already dropped in, so I can now go bam. Pushes forward. Is this seriously going to do that now? I'm not on any lift or anything. Why is it suddenly that now it doesn't want to actually break anything? All right, so I guess that's it for this episode of Scrap Mechanic. Did get some things working right, but at the end, again, just ugly bugs rearing their head where for some reason the blades just stop interacting. But I did tweak it and it's working. So hopefully exiting the game and reloading the game will fix that problem. But if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think about the changes to the design, and of course hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I'll see you in the next video.